in the epicenter.
Welcome to Healthcare Sucks.
They think that it's fake. That there's a hashtag video.
Well, I was watching some various things this morning, and I thought I would share with you a couple things. I know I'm doing the touchy thing. I can't help it. First of all, Team 99, thank you. You guys are awesome. I know you went and got food. I know you're doing your best. And I know you're really out there trying to help people. That is awesome. That is what it's about right now. And that's what I'm going to try to do right now is I give you some opinions on some things. There has been a lot of strange lately, to say the least. I watched a bunch of different tubers, but I'm going to jump in with this one first. A guy named Shrimp Zoo. He's got some interesting stuff, and he does some pretty good films. And I agree with most of his stuff. Well, like everybody, we have opinions. That's what America's about: freedom of religion, freedom of speech, until they take it away, and freedom to do what we want to do, pretty much what used to be before China released the bioweapon. By the way, it is being now addressed more and more that it did come out of a lab in Wuhan. Well, we called it here. We tracked it down. BP Earthwatch was the first out of the gate on that, I think. So I want to give BP salute to you, my friend. This is on the new recording device, so we'll see how this comes out. With that being said, we know where the bioweapon was started. We know plain out this is an act of war, and man, has this been a success, a successful attack. World War III was a bioweapon, and has devastated the world. This is one to where we had always talked about, where it goes and it just cleans out the population, and you go in and all the vehicles work, everything works. Exactly. Plus a little bonus now, you're going to have slaves still available. Yes, slaves. The ones that survived this. Now, some key facts about that. I personally think once you get it, your DNA has got it for life. Now, what that ends up doing, we're going to talk about that later. I also think you can reinfect other people with this from what I've seen, and I think you will get it more than once if you're a carrier. So you're not out of the woods yet. I'm not trying to scare anybody. It's just the facts. We know China's been lying since the beginning. Of course they would. It's an act of war. Don't kid yourselves. As more and more people just, again, guys, did not heed the warning. Not everybody was conspiracy theory or nuts for getting foods and stuff. More and more people are hitting those lines that are miles long, and they're only given a little dab of food. I've been to the food bank a few times, and I know it's not even enough to last a few days usually. It's usually crap food, really. Hand-me-downs, outdated, stuff that you'd never really eat or get, but if you're starving, it's food. Okay. So Shrimper has been on some stuff. I've been watching it today. He's pushing the vaccine model. Why can't people get the vaccines and stuff? And again, I like a lot of his stuff. I think he's off on the vaccine thing. This is my opinion. I think they're DNA tagging people. I don't think we need any more tests as far as, to get this vaccine, to get the antiviral, whatever you want to call it. I don't think we need any more testing. I think at this point, the chances are you're going to get it if you get it, and if not, your immune system's strong enough to throw it off, and you're not going to get it. This does not seem to be, so far, something that is out to kill everybody. This seems to be a targeting, and it does target mainly the old people and the people that are way down. I mean, look at the numbers are up there. They're huge. Now, with the use, I think they just had stronger contact with it, and they basically spit in the face of the Wuhan monster, and he slapped him around, and they got it. I know it's a Weird way to say it, but it's the truth. Um, Getting started today. The throat thing a little bit, but mine's allergy, I think, right now. I'm okay. No woo-ha here. We also used the Fair Use Act. Nothing you see here is real until that woo-ha monster is beating at your door. And he is. And he brought buddies. Those little viral buddies. They're... Anyway, we know it's real. Okay. So with that being said, there's a bunch of strange things. I talked to you about the president. I'm still going to stick to that point. I think the president has either been compromised or has a bug up his butt. And it is controlling him because he is different than he's ever been. I'm going to stand beside that one to keep an eye on that. Now, every once in a while, like I said in my other video, I think he breaks free of whatever it is or whatever control or whoever's telling him what to do because he is a tiger. You know, the tiger comes out. You can't control the tiger all the time. I'm going to keep on that story. As far as other things that are going on right now, this release order, open up the country, don't open up the country. Really serious thing right now I noticed, guys, is that the rich that applied for loans, the bigger your business is, the more you're going to get money for your loan. For instance, a company makes $42 million a year, got a $20 million loan. Tell me that's wrong. And they're going to find a way not to have to pay this money back. So what happened here, hypothetically, here it is. Yeah, Joe, I seen you applied for that money from the government. It's free money. Come and get it. Tell your buddies, too. Oh, don't forget to kick me down that 1 or 2%, too, by the way, under the table. I'll see that it gets pushed through. If you think that didn't go on, you're wrong. So I'm going to make some more film today. This is Healthcare Sucks coming at you live. And have a great day. And don't forget to keep you guys safe. Go out and buy food. Again, you don't want to have to be one of the people in those lines, guys. Because it's going to get down and dirty for food. Really quick. And desperation is going to get worse. I think people are going to start getting more violent. I think people are going to get more aggressive. They're still releasing prisoners because it's starting to run through the jails. If you think those guys, the hardcore criminals, are not going to be out to have a good time and to pillage, you're wrong. And that's already started in other countries, and it's already started in the big cities. They're just covering it up, which we don't. We don't cover it up. We don't candy coat it. Healthcare sucks. That's how it is. That's why you tune in. You want the truth. You don't want some candy-coated BS. So, a couple other quick thoughts on the way out the door, real quick, is I want you guys to keep an eye out. Take pictures of anything strange that you see. If you can't start your own YouTube, hit me up. I'll try to walk you through it. But it's pretty simple. You just apply, take stuff off your phone and put it on just to start a little YouTube thing. And you could just share, guys. And if you get something started, I'll send people your way. I'm more than happy to help you guys get started. A lot of weird things. Again, I know I keep saying weird things. But when there's this many weird things, I don't believe in coincidences. We've talked about that. There's no such thing as coincidences. I'm going to say it again, whether the video gets pulled or not. This is definitely one world order coming in with this major sprinkle of Agenda 21. This is just now hitting some of the third world countries. And when it does, you look for the numbers to fly. Then you look for the numbers to fly even more so when they start pushing out these phony vaccinations and test things that they're doing on people. By the way, I've watched some of those that have been testing this new combo and stuff. They're not even telling them whether it's a placebo or not. I know that's how it works. But with that being said, we don't even know what they're giving people. Period. And it looks more like we're right on target. Um, the bigger cities, the elites, did have a vaccination ahead of time. The military, the factory cities, the emperor and his family never got ill, never will get ill, because they were, when you make the Wuhan plague, you make the antiviral and the vaccination at the same time. And you give it to those people you don't want to have it, to get it. And the poor people are going to do anything. The poor people in the United States are going to do anything, pretty much so, to survive, to get through another day, to prosper a little bit, to have a little extra. So that's what happened over there. They're the same. They're the same as us. The average Joe, Chinaman, average Joe, whatever country, wherever you're at, we're all the same. We are, as little Miss C said, deplorables. But we're not. Because you know why? Because we're not Team 99. We are the 99%. And out of the ashes, we are going to come back stronger than ever. We are. We're already starting to step up. Again, nonviolence. I suggest you call your state people, ring their phones. The more deeper, by the way, I looked into who voted and didn't vote on this. It's out there. I'm very disappointed in how the money got rolled out. Most of it went to the banks and Wall Street. As we know, they got their money within a day or two. The deplorables haven't got a penny yet. We don't know if we're even going to get a penny. And one-time payment of this money is not going to do poop. They needed to release at least 6 months worth of the stimulus, if not a year. And they could have done it out of the money, believe me. And real quick, back on the big businesses getting all the loans first. I know for a fact that's true. And I know they're treating their employees like crap. After they get the loans, they are still firing people. Because locally, we have a trash company. And somebody that's worked there, I'm not going to give names, 13 years, good employee, showed up every day. Without question, worked his butt off. As soon as they got the money, he was the first out the door. Bam. So, do they need the money, these big companies and business? No. They're just like banks. They don't need the money. And they don't care about you as employees. They're going to flush you guys. And the bigger companies like Walmart's say they're hiring, but they're actually canning a bunch of people. Other big companies I noticed releasing thousands of people, tens of thousands, like Disney. But Disney's going to take the money. And they're going to pretend, oh, we helped a few, but we stuffed it back in our fat pockets. You know what? Out of this, we need to wake up and realize we are the Team 99. We are the 99%. The 1% will never care about you guys. Either you start stepping up when the time comes, or you roll over and you grab your ankles for life at this point. And you get the bug up your butt. And the bug is coming, one way or another. They're going to tag us. They're not going to tag me without me knowing. And I'll never volunteer for it. But they are. And I watched Mike and Pastor Paul. That's Mike from Around the World, Council of Time. You might go check out his video. I'm going to run some of that. He has some evidence that they've had this 5G and this rollout of tagging and tracing people, and little known fact that most federal employees and bigger companies and certain criteria of government people, whether they're, on a security clearance or not, have already had the chip and are already wearing a device or already implanted with the device. Think, what was it? Mission Impossible. I think it was 4 or 5 where they tagged that guy. It's true. They've been doing it since 2016. Guys, so this is not new. And when you shove something like that in your system, it's already been proven it can move you, make you feel weird and stuff. I want to go into one last thing. I know I was going to be out the door about 10 minutes ago. With these school shootings and these people that said they've, over the years, I'm hearing voices and all this stuff. there was a lot of common people a few years back that were hearing voices, you know, and these are not the kind of people that would normally say these kind of things. And so I think it's definitely the government doing these things. Yeah. And we have some very dark staters right now. And we always have it, had, and we always will be. Another thing, too, you notice the booming under the ground has stopped all of a sudden? Could it be they have decided they're either done, or because of the rays coming in heating up the earth right now, they're not going to be able to hide in the holes? They're just not, because they're going to get cooked from within, or whatever else. They're already done. One other thing on that subject, and I covered it way back when. We all know about the tunnel. They have these like tunnel worm, I call them, digging devices that are huge. Well, they also have personnel carriers. Yeah, think 6 to 20 guys, kind of Star Wars kind of thing. Could either have AI robots in it or human beings. Digs under the ground, poof, comes up from below. Bam. Invasion USA or Invasion Australia, Invasion Britain, Invasion Canada. Bam. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. Queen. So, with that, guys, there's so much and so many things going on. Just keep your eyes and ears open. You make the decisions what you believe. I told you a long time ago, as it went on, I would tell you what I'm doing. You can make your own decisions. Number one, if I was going to bug out, I'd already be bugging out. If not, and you are going to bug out, get on it. You ain't got long left. 2, if you can afford food or have monies or whatever now, looks like the rent for most people is going to get put off or paid. Go buy food. Nothing that's going to rot. Not that kind of scenario. Check your food stamp cards. Good chance different states going to get more monies, hopefully. I don't know how long or if it's a one-time thing, but I do know people, including yours truly, got a little bit of food stamp. I don't get much from the government. I don't make much, period. I barely have enough to pay the bills, guys. I am one of you. We are Team 99. I live from paycheck to paycheck. And I told you guys we're going to do some bartering and coming up with that. Go through your house today. Take pictures of stuff that's you don't need. And most people have that little Facebook thing, go to sell and list it there. And then you can go to different in your areas, little groups you can sign up with, and they'll approve you for bartering. Put it on there. Stuff is going. I can tell you that. So, hey, if you're really paranoid, have the people come over, stand inside your house, have them put the money in a little jar right there. You can watch them out the window. If you're not that paranoid, you can go out. Now, whether you should shake hands like the good old boys in good old days, I can't advise you on that. I think a little precaution still is wise, because we don't know who this thing is engineered for or targeting. So one more time, I will try to scapegoat out here. But I love talking to you guys. You're awesome. And thank you for turning in to Healthcare Sucks. One more time, where we use the Fair Use Act. We use the nothing here is real until that mean old Wuhan monster is knocking at our doors. And he hasn't stopped. And you know what? If you take his skin off, looks like there's China government officials inside that Wuhan monster. Yeah. And they did a pretty good job at destroying the world. If you're in America, they've done a hell of a job on making chaos. This is something that only in the movies you thought that could have happened, guys, and it is. So, as time goes on, I urge you to not let this go. You know, so many things get buried. Weinstein, Epstein, You ever notice how the Steiners, there's some weird Steiner things. I'm going to have to research that. Or one of you guys do it and get back a hold of me. Steiners, like Weinstein, Epstein. There's got to be some tie because I don't believe in coincidences, guys. There must be other Steiners. My TV's doing some weird things. And this is supposed to be the wonderful, high-tech, wonderful camera. We'll see outside what it does. I upgraded my phone system because they made me a hell of a deal. Plus, they gave me $500 on my other phone. Oh, and not that we can afford it, but I've been watching car things. You can get up to like 10 grand off a vehicle if you're going to go get another car right now. So, I mean, I don't know how that works on trading in something maybe you got big payments on right now and getting 10 grand off another car. But you know what? Pretty much so. We got to live for today. And I use my phone for videos. So for me, it was a good upgrade. I'm not telling you guys to do anything or go buy another phone or go buy another car or do whatever. But for me, because I use it, I am. And I did. It was my own little perk for me and for you guys. So with that being said, I would not hesitate to go and buy things that you really need or really want. If you are going to be loyal to this lockdown and keep yourselves locked in a cage, it's not wrong to go and buy yourself some things. I don't know how this is going to work once they roll it out and they expect everybody to pay back rents, back payments. You notice, by the way, that the banks barely touched mortgages and haven't even said anything about credit cards and other things at this point. I also believe that's the way they're going to screw America too when this comes out. The banks got all the money. Wall Street got all the money. And just like when they took our homes back during the Bush era, they're going to try to take other shit. And you know what? You might have to fight for it and say, you're not taking my stuff. The government closed it down. Boy, the attorneys are going to be busy, as they put it. Because there's going to be a lot of fighting. And if you have somebody that lost life in a care home or something, don't hesitate to get an attorney and go after them. A lot of those places were liable for what happened. Maybe some of them weren't. You make the decision. But I know with some of them I've watched, if I had my grandma or grandpa in there and they didn't tell me and my grandpa passed away or my grandma, I'd be mad for life. And I would want some kind of fair settlement out of it. All right. I love you guys. Take care. I hope this catches us up for a moment. I am going to believe it or not, it's raining today. Yesterday it was summer. And today it's raining. It's like nuts. The weather on top of everything else is screwed up. Like it has been for years. So watch the weather too. Watch the skies. Watch everything. Take your device, record. And if you don't want to run with it, send it to me. I'll run with it. Just put attention, this is what it is. And I'll review it and I'll try to get it out there. If possible, make it something I can pull and put on there. I'll try to figure out a way to download it. And remember, healthcare sucks! And so does the Wuhan monster and his friends from China. Over and out.